Sana, you can hear me, right? Offline joining, so all of you, good morning. Okay. Are we all good to start?
Yes.
Okay. So, yesterday, what were we discussing?
CTM.
CTR, how to improve CTR. And do you all know what is CTR, right? Click through rate. And do you know the importance of click through rate, correct? What is click through rate? Can anybody explain click through rate? If not, click through rate, I took an example of response rate. If you all could recall, I took an example of response rate. Can you explain what is response rate? Response rate. I took an example, right? You are entering to the office, 100 people are seeing you, but only 10 people have waved high hand at you. Now the response rate for you is 10 divided by 100. 100 people are sitting here, correct? 10 divided by 100 into percentage is 10 percentage. CTR is 10 percentage, right? Now, not CTR, sorry, response rate. Now, CTR, same way on Google, you will be ranking on Google, correct? You are ranking on Google, and when people are searching for anything related to your business, right? Anything related to your business, correct? Like your business is into painting classes, art classes. People are searching art classes. How many people are searching everyday art classes? Let's say some 10,000 people are searching across the country every day, right?
So,
Yeah.
in particularly in HSR, how many people are searching? We can see that.
Not HSR, Bangalore you can. Bangalore you can, HSR you should be able to, but you will not get the precise data. But complete Bangalore you will be able to get the data, right? And moreover, you may not understand. Uh, Sorry, not it's not about not understanding. So the area is very tiny, right? In the city, HSR, it may not give you any kind of value or information. But Bangalore, you will be able to understand. Across Bangalore, how many searches are happening, you will be able to understand, right? So in one of the class, we did that activity, right? How many people are searching? What was that about? Last week we did use the keyword research tool.
Google Ads.
Yes,
Google Ads.
Google Keyword Planner.
Yeah.
We inputted some keywords
Yes,
and we.
yes,
What
yes.
was that about?
It was about seeing the business cycles, like how can we improve our.
Okay, we'll do that again, no issues. Now you all understand. Every day, some number of people are searching on Google. It could be 10,000 or 20,000, whatsoever the number, correct? All these people will get to see all the results, correct? First, 10, Google displays 10 results, correct? So the number of impressions, I have to throw my phone. The number of impressions for your business is 10,000 because 10,000 people are searching on Google. So the number of impressions is 10,000. But are all of this 10,000 clicking on your website? Why they are not clicking on your website?
They will not be interested.
No, it's not about interested. They are definitely interested.
It is not.
See, if they are searching on Google, yes. So your website may not be in first position, correct? See, if they are searching on Google, they are interested. They are looking for it. But if they are not clicking on your website result, they may have been shown interest on some other websites, correct? Which are ranking above your website or which are presenting the information nicely as compared to that of your business, correct? So that's when those businesses will have higher CTR, right? So yesterday's discussion was all about how do we make these people click on your website, correct? We understood you have to write quality titles and descriptions. It has to be within the characters. You have to use the keyword in your titles and descriptions. You have to use call out statement, call to action, correct? And CTR trigger. CTR trigger. What is CTR trigger? What is call out statement?
The message. It's
Snippets is one of them. But what is CTR trigger? Any statement, any word, any piece of information that triggers people to click on it. Correct? What triggers you to click when you are searching for buy kurta online?
free Free word.
See, free. She wants kurta for free.
नहीं, free demo class. Free demo
I am
class.
asking kurta.
For kurta, Buy
Ah.
nobody gives.
See, buy one get one, 30% off, 60% off, 70% off, or maybe starting price 500 rupees, or maybe for you price is not a concern if they say 20,000 collections. You are more interested in collections, the varieties, correct? Correct, you are more interested in the collections. So when it comes to digital marketing, as you mentioned, maybe stating free demo class, right? Or maybe placement assurance or placement support, placement guidance, or for business owners helping you with the business strategies, or maybe helping you with launching your own campaigns, right? Or support for the next 3 months, 6 months, correct? So something like this could be a CTR trigger, basically addressing your pain point. Your pain point is collections now. When it comes to apparel, your pain point is mainly collections. You look for varieties. When it comes to course, you look for placements, especially the job oriented courses. College passed out student, their main goal is placements, correct? And so it varies from business to business. We were discussing about the pest control as well. If it is pest control, the main concern will be odorless, kid safety, pet safety, correct? It should not get the nearby water sources should not get contaminated. Right? There are various requirements or the pain points those have to be addressed. Correct? Correct. So that is CTR trigger. And what is a call out statement? What is call out statement?
Not having the email ID in this website.
Not
Having the email ID on that website, like Meta, the title was there, right? So next to that, we should not have that our brand this with
no,
website.
that is different. Call out statement. What is call out statement? CTR trigger is different, call out statement is different. Yesterday we had such a detailed discussion. I took example of the mobile phones. Your budget is 20,000 rupees. You are planning to buy a mobile phone, right? I took an example. A phone brand 2 says they no need to charge your phone at all. Correct? So any statement that is helping you to take, you are confused now which one to be purchased. Brand 1, brand 2, two phones. Correct? You are confused which one to be bought. Right? Now the brand 2 says lifetime, you don't have to charge. Charge once and use it for lifetimes. And this is what? Because everything is almost same. Camera pixel value same, price same. All the features are almost same. There's no difference. Correct? This one thing is helping the user to take the call.
Then what is the difference between call out message and call out statement?
Same.
Same.
Right? Call out message or call out statement both mean the same. Right? Call to action is different. So have a call to action in your titles and descriptions. This is another thing, right? So what is call to action? So user has come to your website. You have to call to them to perform an action, right? Buy now, order now, explore now, enroll now, register now, book now. All these are called as call to action. It is very important. See, while you are speaking to a person, you will not say, you will just, you would have explained about your product, right? See, you must be explaining very well about your product, and if you suddenly keep quiet, after explaining, you have to ask, would you like to register? Do you want to register for this course? Correct? You can register now, right? You have any questions, right? So, call to actions basically you are asking them to perform an action. Buy now, explore now, book now, order now, right? So, it is very important. See, users will not know otherwise. It's not about not know. There has to be an effort from you to sell your product or service. And call to action is highly impactful, right? Take a demo, watch the demo, all these are call to actions. Understood? So your brand value also helps improve the CTR. We took example of Flipkart yesterday. Buy shoes online, they have written only men's shoes. But still it's working out for them because the brand value. If you're a good brand, if people know about your business already, they prefer to, even though you're ranking in the lower positions, the chances of you being clicked will increase. Correct? Clear about the CTR for all of you? Right? So now we are going to discuss about the third metric, that is engagement. We have discussed about crawl frequency and how to improve it. We have discussed about CTR and how to improve it. And the third important metric is user engagement. Correct? Correct. What is this user engagement?
We should ask the customer to
To
come
stay
to
on
our
the website for
websites.
certain time.
So user engagement is nothing but the measure of the effectiveness of your web page, which is measured in terms of amount spent by the time spent by the user on your web page, or the number of pages explored by them on your website, or maybe any action performed on your website, like filling the form, going to your WhatsApp chat. So it all is considered to be as an engagement, good engagement. If they're coming to your website and immediately closing it like this, see, they have come to this website and immediately closing this even before it's opening, right? It is not a good engagement. See, people are visiting your website, right, from Google. So your website has to engage the user for a certain period of time, right, for a certain amount of time. That's when it's considered to be as good engagement. Can you all define now what is engagement? Engagement is simply the measure of effectiveness of your web page or website, which is again measured by the actions performed by the end user, such as exploring more number of pages, spending more time on the pages, or filling the form or purchasing the product, right? A useful activity performed on the web page instead of quitting, right? Madam, you are getting it right?
Yes, and how much time they are spending on the website.
Yes, it's all considered to be as a good engagement. So now, how do you bring in a good engagement to
So
your web pages?
like till where they engage, that also we know, right? Like like one by one page will open, no? They will click, then another page.
Google Analytics will help us to understand which all web pages that they are exploring on your website, how many web pages they are exploring on your website, which page they have landed on your website. Your website might have thousands, millions of pages like Flipkart and Amazon. Amazon will know from which city you have come to the website, from which browser, from which internet, and on which page you have landed. Did you land on shoes page, or did you land on kurta page, or did you land on washing machine page, or which page have you landed? After landing on that page, which all pages have you explored? On which page did you buy the product or service? Right? So all of that it comes under analytics. We'll be discussing analytics as well in detail, right? Which is very important for all of you to understand who is your user. Is it male or female? What is their age group? Right? On from which city are they coming in? From which mobile device are they coming in? Right? So people interpret out of this, because if you could understand most of your customers are women or men or pertaining to this age group, you will start focusing more on that age group. Correct? If you understand your water bottles are sold more in the deserts as compared to the top river banks, you will start selling water bottles in the desert, not in the river banks, right? For us, understanding this is very simple. Water bottles selling will be very good when you go to the deserts instead of river banks, correct? But when it comes to digital marketing, it's not that easy until unless you take a look at it, until unless you go through the data, until unless you analyze and interpret the data, right? See, there are hundreds of thousands of things in our lives which are easily understandable, correct? If I tie a rope from this building to that building, and if you try walking on that rope, you will fall down. Even before tying that rope, you will be able to tell, your creative ability will tell, no, no, I cannot walk on that, I'll definitely fall down. Did you ever fell down in your lifetime? Did you ever try that? No, right? But still you will know, correct? That is the creative process. But here, coming to this, your creativity will not work. Your creativity works to an extent where you can present certain things to your end customer. But who is your customer? Who will convert? Who will not convert? You cannot guess that thing. You cannot guess that. So you have to always understand who will convert. All of you, if you're a business owners, you will already know about your customers. What kind of people will convert, right? And you did not knew this when you started your service. After some time, you got to know. Before you started, you did not knew, correct? After starting, you started interacting with people, and that's when you understood more about the people, correct? And that's how you know who are your target audience, men or women or children or elders or housewives or married or unmarried, correct? You get to understand, or Hindi speaking people or English speaking people or Kannada speaking people, who are your target audience. You will get to know eventually all of it. Over there in your scenario in offline businesses, you are the analytics tool, correct? Your eyes are seeing, your ears are listening, right? And you're observing things. and you're processing all of that in your mind. Coming to digital marketing, no, there is a specific tool meant for it.
But in that, always I target women, but gents also come, they join my course. So it's a wrong data they are filling in Facebook?
No, 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 no. There could be a possibility of, I'll tell you. So now you might have not targeted precisely. You have to, first step, you have to make sure compulsorily 100% it's women only targeted,
Yes.
right?
Oh.
Second scenario, these women, there is a possibility that they might have shared this link to men, right? References, or now they might have shared to their spouses, right? थोड़ा पेमेंट कर दो जल्दी बोल के, huh? They will share this link and suggest, I want to go to this painting class, you do the payment simply, don't speak more. They will warn like that, and husbands will simply make the payment. And men are also coming for the classes, correct?
Oh, like that.
Means like they
Right.
have
Join also.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, that's what I'm telling you. My wife will see the ad, she will enroll, register, and after few days she will suggest me also to register. Right? You will not know and they will not reveal. Right? We don't know what's happening in the background. Correct? They might have shared to their friends, family members, relatives, anybody. Correct? So coming to the engagement, the measure of the actions performed or interactions on the web page by the users, such as clicking on the hyperlinks, it's considered as an engagement. Submitting the forms on your website, there will be a form, email ID, phone number. Submitting that is considered to be as an engagement. Purchasing on the website is an engagement. Exploring or navigating through web pages is an engagement, right? Spending time reading or performing an action mentioned above is an engagement, correct? It's all engagements, right? The user engagement mainly consists of measure of end user's purpose served or fulfilled. User engagement is not simply about they spending more time. You have to understand whether the purpose, end user's purpose is fulfilled or not. End user is coming to your website to make a purchase, but your buy now button is not working. There is no that now it's not called as an engagement. The user engagements mainly consist of measure of end user's purpose fulfilled or not, time spent on the web pages in correlation with the best. You will not understand this cumulative layout shift. I'll explain you later. The number of web pages explored or any action, productive or useful action performed by the user, right? So how do we improve this user engagement? What should we be doing in order to make users stay on your website? Can you all, it's very easier, very simple. How will you make a guest stay at your home for more time? Or how will you make them live with your home immediately? Huh? How will you, can you speak about that? How will you make your guest leave your home quickly, immediately?
I have to leave.
You have to leave, they won't leave.
No, if I tell them I have to leave now.
Okay. You have to leave. You have to tell them that I have
some
some.
work and leave.
Okay. So how do you make them stay for longer time at your home?
By good hospitality.
Right? Good hospitality hour.
Washing away the house parties.
Okay.
Giving some snacks.
Okay. Okay. Then
Good food.
good food. Then
Actually, whenever my friends come,
You
I
stay-
never
you
cook.
start-
I ask them to prepare.
Uh-huh.
Meeting
They
with
may
them
engaging,
usually takes long
talking
time.
about interesting topics.
interesting
They
topic about neighbors,
They should
about
feel
other
very
common
very
friends,
Gossips.
common relatives, gossips, right?
Yeah.
And this will engage them for several days now. Correct. So what do you do if you have to engage the users?
Content blogging. Put
Giving some
gossip
offers.
so that they can
Put some gossip again.
No. Giving some offers, attractive offers, where
If you
customers
put a good blogging and content, they'll be reading it, right? It takes a lot of time for them.
relevant offers.
Relevant
Okay.
information basically.
Okay. Then what else?
Good products.
See, whether it is SEO or Google Ads or Facebook Ads or any kind of marketing that you're doing, it is super important to ensure that your website has good engagement. If you have to reap more from your ad spend, if user engagement is good, you will see more conversions, more leads coming in. You're, let's say you are spending 10,000 rupees and you're getting only 10 payments, 10 registrations. If your user engagement is good, from the same 10,000 you might get 30 registrations. So how do we improve this user engagement?
They
Advertising.
should feel they will solve their problem.
Okay.
Is
See,
it?
first thing is an appealing UI UX. What is this UI UX? UI is user interface. What you
User
see through your
experience.
eyes is user interface. You could see and find, okay, the color is dark blue, yellow color, pink, blue. So what you could see with your eyes is user interface. Good images, videos, good colors, good presentation, good layout, good uh, borders, whatsoever it is. That is user interface, right? And user experiences, while you are exploring through the website, what you go through it, you are clicking on that link and that's not working, right? You go to government portals and you will start up putting some application for applying for something, and that will not work for the whole day, right? You must have experienced this. Is That's an example of bad user experience. You will struggle to find sometimes where is that phone number or email id on the website, correct? Right? You will be clicking multiple links to download that one PDF file on government websites. And finally, still you end up not downloading that necessary file needed. That is the best example. Indian government websites are best examples for bad user experience. That's how IRCTC also a decade back.
No, but it is very good.
Now it is good, right? For the last 5 years or 10 years, it's good, I guess. Otherwise, IRCTC website was never opening
Yes.
and very bad interface, too much of ads, cluttered with ads, right? That's all very bad experience, right? So the
Concurrent
first
hits
thing
are,
is
if the concurrent hits are less, so automatically the web page will be blocked.
that also comes into user experience. We'll discuss what all comes into good engagement now, good user experience or good engagement. Okay, so make sure the web pages are optimized for quick load times and perform best on all browsers. The web pages have to load quickly. If they keep loading, ringa ringa, gone.
We lose
People will
patience.
exit. People will lose the
Usually,
patience.
that buffering where it comes, if you have your own server which is installed in your device, if the internet is coming down, so
It's
that,
not your own server or somebody's server.
okay.
So your server configuration. When will your mobile phone work very slowly? When you are using either using a very small RAM, the configuration, the RAM 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB RAM, right? I definitely think all of you must be using 8 GB RAM phones. Nobody prefers to use 4 GB or below that 2 GB, right? So when your RAM is, the RAM decides or indicates the processing capability or speed of your device, right? Servers also has RAM. Okay, so if you are hosting your website on poor servers, like the hosting that you have has only 512 MB, which is again shared, right? So now this may not be a problem as of now, but eventually when you have lots of people coming to your website, that can be a problem. Or when you are building a heavy application, heavy website, that can be a problem. Currently with lighter pages, fewer images may not be a problem, right? So you need to have good servers, and your content has to be optimized. Content is images, videos, whatever you are uploading to your website, all this have to be optimized. Otherwise, the page size goes to 10 MB and it takes a lot of time to load. Loading 10 MB image and 1 MB image has huge difference, correct? 1 MB image will load quicker compared to 10 MB image, correct? Everybody,
Yes.
right? So your web page also has to be small, tiny in terms of data. It cannot be 100 MB, 20 MB, 30 MB. We'll discuss that in the technical SEO, how to optimize, right? Second thing, great UI UX, appealing UI, great experience. So we'll discuss how do we make the web page experience look good, right? This thing is not really from the digital marketers. This is completely dependent on
User.
UI UX designers. There is a separate profession called UI UX designing. Somebody, see, now I'm giving this content and they'll be presenting it beautifully with icons, images, right? And the people who does it called as UI UX designers. And this is one of the job role which is in demand. Anybody can learn this, and this job role is also very good demand. And if you are looking for a freelancer options, this UI UX designing role also can be a very good option. Somebody who are planning to make a freelance career can learn these things also. You have to learn tools like Figma. There are a couple of other tools. Figma is most commonly used. Maintain zero technical issues. Zero technical issues is you are clicking on buy now and buy now is not working. That's a technical issue. Your website is suddenly showing an error. That's a technical issue, right? Write marketing pictures and selling elements on the page. I am speaking to you and you are sitting quiet or maybe looking at me very angrily. You could have made a pleasant talk, right? Instead of that, that could have engaged, correct? Same way, sometimes your websites can look like that, right? Write marketing pictures and selling elements on the web page are super important, right? Instead of writing design studio or instead of just writing tattoo studio, you can write HSR's most preferred tattoo studio, right? What do you call it as applying the tattoos? Maybe draw. What do you call that as?
Tattoo.
Tattoo? Tattoo art.
Yeah, tattoo art.
So you could have written we are doing 100 plus tattoo works a week. See, instead of just writing tattoo studio and leaving the conversation there, you can write we are doing 100 plus artworks every week or every day, correct? And we are rated highest for tattoo work, artwork, and we have collection of 20,000 designs. See, all this is selling, correct? So now this 20,000, if you really have 20,000, write it. If you have only 200, write only 200, right?
Now it's easy to get designs. You get some Pinterest default, and there's lot of apps where you
Correct.
can extend.
So it's about now.
Customers come with their own design.
No, few laymen they want design, they'll be confused. Depends on
So now
customers.
what I'm suggesting is you have to start speaking on your website. See, your web page is basically eliminating the human intervention. See, if you are meeting a person offline, let's assume you are a salesperson. How will you sell your product or service? You should have a selling skill, right? I always take this example, Chroma. You have visited Chroma, salesperson one, salesperson two, right?
Till
One
the
person
end
is
they'll be
quiet.
behind us.
Huh?
Till the end they'll be behind us. Chroma.
So it's not about behind you. It's about
Only the experience also. They keep explaining.
So I took example. Person one doesn't speak much to you. He doesn't put any kind of effort. Whereas person two starts explaining. He brings in some selling elements. This copper bottle is amazing. Queen Elizabeth was using this bottle, and now even you feel very good using that, right?
How to improve that sales skill?
Because you have creativity of talking.
No. Selling skill seriously comes out of bad necessity or need, right? So I told you last time also, day before yesterday also when you met me, I told you a small kid knows how to sell a stomach ache and bunk the class. See, selling is as simple as that. Selling comes when it is demanding. See, for kid it is demanding that he has decided that he has to bunk the class. He has decided that he has to bunk the class. So when you decide that you have to sell your product and service, automatically you will become an amazing salesperson. Right? But then there are some on top of it some learnings. So for example, if you are into sales, always you have to speak confidently and louder. First trait. Second thing, you should be in a position to understand there. You should be able to read the person, right?
Read the person.
Read the person. You should be in a position. That's when you will quickly resonate as per their thought process.
That is the most important.
Important skill, right? So these things are not taught. See, to an extent we can say, but now you cannot forcefully start reading person like this, right? That's a inbuilt skill, correct? Will you be able to read a person just like this? No, right? That's an inbuilt skill, knowing people, what they must be thinking inside. It would come out of experience. After speaking with few people, like your students, let's say hundreds of students, you're speaking to hundreds of students, in course of time you understand their pain points and you will be able to quickly resonate with it. We'll have a one separate discussion about improving the selling skills also, maybe later, okay? That is very, very important. It's not important because you are into business. It's important because without that selling skill and marketing skill in your life, you cannot sell your profile, you cannot sell anything at all. Even if you have to prove somebody that you are affiliate, you cannot do that. Even if you have to prove that you are hunger, you cannot do that. You won't be able to do that. You have to be good at selling and marketing, right? A lot of software developers today, they are not able to sell themselves because they don't know the knowledge of selling. They don't understand. See, for them, they think if I'm coding well, I'm perceived or considered to be as the best coder. No, even if you are doing the best digital marketing, you will never be considered as the best digital marketer until unless you start selling yourself, until unless you start marketing yourself. Correct? I tell so much I don't do for myself. Okay, fine. You all understood now? So you have to understand what kind of communication has to be made on your web pages. These web pages are eliminating the human intervention. They are avoiding the person, the salesperson involvement, and these web pages act like a salesperson now. Now you don't have to sell. Make sure that your web page is selling your product or service, right? But now, if you think you are bad with selling, and if you are designing your web page, again your web page also will be the same selling. So you should be able to understand the person, their pain points. Like you have to understand what triggers them, what suits them, what is that convenience, right? We'll discuss that also. Okay. Right marketing pitches create interest in the product or service. Have the product. The simple thumb rule is create interest in the product or service. Have the product USPs highlighted, right? So now you are into Vedic mathematics. You can simply create interest in Vedic mathematics not by speaking about you, but speaking high about Vedic mathematics. Vedic mathematics is from the ancient times, from last 5,000 years or 20,000 years, and it's been practiced, and this sharpens the brain. That this you're not speaking anything about you or your pricing, right? That is about create interest in the product or service. When you speak high about it, there will be an interest automatically about the product or service. But a lot of people don't do that. They start telling, I am great, I am super, I am good. Correct? You won't be able to sell. Sometimes that can be a negative thing also. Right? Correct? So for example, I should not be telling that I teach like that. No. I have to be focusing on what is this digital marketing, how can it help, how can it boost your business, right? Why you should be learning digital marketing, correct? So maintain competitive pricing and features or advantages or offerings about your product and services. Like everybody are selling it at 5,000 rupees, your service, and you have put 20,000 on your website. Straight away, people will close and leave. Correct? You must be knowing you are the best. But how will public know? Public simply says, boss, everybody are selling it at 5,000 rupees. I'm not interested to go with you. Correct? So maintain competitive pricing and features or advantages of offerings about your product and service. Make sure your web page has the best ratings and reviews. Poor stats will make them quit the website, and this is considered as a poor engagement, right? So your website should also display your credibility. 20,000 customers are being addressed so far. You're rated 4.9 out of 5. They did not ask for it, but that's okay. You leave the information. Correct? Are you asking for everything that I speak now? No, right? But I know what makes it a pleasant discussion today. Correct? You should be able to understand what makes it the best conversation with your customer, and you have to be adding the information accordingly on the web page. Okay. Provide detailed and all relevant information about the product or service. Okay, I don't have to explain much about this. Branding helps improve with the engagement. Simple example of branding is now branding, or I could say the purpose. Sorry, not purpose. How desperately you need it, or low competition. Now, is there any alternative for government portals? There is no alternative. Regardless of their presentation, whatsoever it is, still you will spend time on it. Correct? Right? So maybe I can say branding can help from that. So if you already have a good feeling, good attachment with certain business, regardless of the user experience, still people prefer to spend time on it. Correct? Now, when it comes to government websites, there is no option. It's not a good attachment or not love on government portals for you, but there is no alternative option. Correct? Correct? So you have to spend, right? So branding also works in that way. Engagement will be high when you speak about the rare products or services or information. Nobody is providing that service or product in the market. You are the only one in the market. Obviously, you will have very good engagement advantage. Make sure the content or the information is all relevant. Understand the priority of information for the user to be presented on the Web pages. Okay. Now just understand the priority. Uh, Now, if any of you have worked in digital marketing domain already, there is a common notion that okay, the content has to be, the blog post has to be very lengthy. People have the default perception that blog post has to be very lengthy. That's a wrong thing. Now, just because it has to be lengthy, they will start writing all nonsense. Your topic name is today's gold price. Your topic name, you are curious or interested to learn about today's gold price. For that, will you be really caring what is gold, what is the chemical formula of the gold, how is gold extracted, right? You will not pay any kind of attention to it, right? Now, just because these digital marketers have heard that the content has to be lengthy, they will start writing what is the meaning of gold, what is the spelling of gold, how is gold manufactured, what is the chemical formula, chemical composition of the gold, where is it extracted, where is it found in abundance, right? That's all not needed,
So basically,
right?
blog can be any number of words.
Any number of words, but it has to be engaging. Now I'll tell you what does that mean.
Generally,
See, it has to be engaging. Now engaging, people have misunderstood. To make it engaging, they have to write it very engaging. So when they started writing it more engaging, sometimes it turns out to be a bit lengthy also. Now this has been mistakenly taken. Instead of saying engaging content, they started telling lengthy. Now to make it more lengthy, they are speaking all nonsense. Now you have to be see, now this can be still gold price. It can be still made engaging. Ideally speaking, today's gold price is 99,000 rupees. That's what user is looking for. Nothing beyond it. Correct? Right? Now you have to make it more engaging. Correct? More engaging doesn't mean you will write what is gold. Everybody knows. Correct? What is gold? Now maybe you providing information like yesterday's gold price is an additional information,
In this
and which it makes useful, relevant, engaging. Correct? And now it is also predicted the gold price is going to jump to 1,25,000 in the next
6 months.
couple of weeks.
Next
Just
is
give 99 anyways, it's not
Okay,
nice.
it's all examples. We don't know. It might drop or it might increase. Or you showing historical price of the gold in the last 12 months, in the last 12 weeks. This will make it relevant, correct? This is what is called as an engaging content, priority of information. Or maybe I will take it a different example. You are searching for digital marketing course price on Google, correct? When you search digital marketing course price on Google, a website pops up, and the main expectation from you is to see the price. First thing is, the first expectation is see the price, correct? You will not be showing interest in reading what is digital marketing, who is the godfather of digital marketing or godmother of digital marketing, and how did digital marketing come into picture, correct? Correct? You won't be showing interest in any of those things. Your keyword is digital marketing course fee, right? With regard to this term, you have to prioritize the information. You should stop speaking the meaning of digital marketing, and first thing you have to present is the price of digital marketing. After that, you can probably start writing at this price. You will get a course which comprises all these topics discussion. You can write those things, topics, syllabus. Next thing, when the keyword used on Google is digital marketing course fee, you have to first present about the fee, not about digital marketing syllabus, right? What is digital marketing, meaning of digital marketing. You understand the priority of information based on the keyword, right? You have to prioritize the information on the web page. You'll understand more on this when we start building the web pages from this. When we start implementing all this user engagement, we will start doing SEO for all of your websites. So from the next class, you all get your website credentials, right? You all will be owning websites. I believe most of you here. Who all doesn't have websites here? You don't have
But
websites.
that is
Gone. You don't have websites. You both don't have websites. I'll give access to some websites. Creative Print and Pack. Okay. Placement first. One of you. Okay. Maybe SV Print Pack, another website. I'll give you another website. Okay, you have the website, right? So you get the password and username for it. I'll tell you what all you can do it to grow your.
landing page or website, both I have.
You get both. LinkedIn is not needed at this moment.
landing page.
Mainly your website login.
You said landing page or
Both I am having. Website also there, landing pages also.
What is landing page?
For ads, she must have created a separate page. some marketers, she has hired agencies and marketers also. They might have created that page, right? And she has credentials for that as well. Okay, no issues. You get credentials of both.
Conversion aid I created.
Yeah, that's okay. You get it both. Okay. Understand the priority of information for the user to be presented on the web pages, right? Add relevant and attractive images. Adding relevant and attractive images also plays a crucial role in engagement, right? The best product in terms of availability, variation of sizes, colors, etc. will make it a best product and best engagement. You are selling shoes. You are selling only Reebok shoes and selling only 8 size, but people who are visiting this page has expectations of size 9, 10, 7, 12, whatsoever, and they are looking for 20 different colors, and you are selling only one color, correct? This also can impact your engagement, right? That's considered to be as a poor product now. Your product has to be best in terms of everything. A best product will have best engagement, correct? Right. The web pages, quick load times or performance plays a crucial role in engagement. We have discussed this already. This is repetitive. At the very top level, if you have to understand what matters in the engagement is, first thing is zero technical issues, right? And this is usually handled by website developers and not your scope, right? As a digital market, best UI and UX. This is also a designer scope, right? If it is your own WordPress website, if you are dragging and building your web pages by yourself, you will have the responsibility of building best web pages which has got best engagement, best interfaces, best experiences, right? They should not be struggling to click on buy now button or enroll now or register, right? So to an extent, digital marketer also plays a role if it is built by them. Best product in the market. Best product, you might have best product, but you don't know how to package it, how to present it on the web page, right? Now this becomes the responsibility of digital marketers. Now as a digital marketer, you know how to present it very well. The product features, you are explaining a lot about the product configurations, features, advantages, benefits, everything. But now the product is priced 10 times higher than that of your competitor. That's a business call and you cannot do anything. You are working for some clients, you know in your scope you will do the best, but straight away if the product itself is priced very high, or maybe if the product is very poor quality or has something else, whatever you do doesn't matter, right? So best product in the market is not really up to presentation, is your efforts, your scope of work, but product itself has to be, you can pitch very well about a washing machine, correct? They might have not covered the specifications or the features of the washing machine, advantages of the washing machine, the power consumption, various things. You will start speaking about all of them. But that's a failure product, let's assume. There is no control with you, right? Yeah, your question.
If in that case, can you point out that to the client that
Yes, you have to. See, digital marketer is like a doctor for websites. What do doctor do? He diagnoses and tells to patients, you have an iron deficiency, you should start doing this, doing that, and it is left to the patient right now. Patient might listen to the doctor or may not, correct? Ignore, okay, go, I know. Correct. Right? See, you have to be, as a digital marketer, you have responsibility. Not only with regard to the website, it could be the campaign, any marketing implementation that you are doing, right? Best marketing and selling pictures on the web pages, this is completely marketer scope, right? How you present your product on the web pages, right? So SEO is all about doing everything and anything that's needed to improve one of the above three metrics or all of the three metrics. So whatever you do in SEO is either to improve the crawl stats or to improve the CTR or to improve the user engagement. Whatever you do, right? So in Facebook campaigns also you will be doing certain things to improve the CTR and engagement, right? So the type of implementations might vary. We'll be discussing them as well. See, these are very important. Whichever the marketing channel it is, engagement, CTR, very important. Crawl frequency is applicable only to SEO, right? Now, when it comes to Google ads or Facebook ads, instead of crawl frequency, it's going to be money. You don't expect bot to crumb and crawl, and now you are bribing Google to consider your website. And now, even despite paying, Google may not prioritize your website because the CTR and engagement is poor. You will be paying 100 rupees per click and your competitor will be paying 90 rupees per click, and still your competitor will be placed above. Though they are paying lesser than you to the Google or to the Facebook, sometimes they will give importance to your competitor because CTR and engagement is very good with the ads that they are displaying, right? That's why I spend more time in discussing these three metrics. These three metrics are very, very useful.
Then we go into the landing page, right? When you see the ad.
Hmm.
But then will we able to design landing page? Will you teach that also for the
Yes.
success?
We'll discuss how to build the landing pages. We'll discuss what is a landing page, why we have to be doing it.
That you will do it in performance marketing.
In WordPress it will come.
So we'll be doing that in the performance marketing, right? Once we start SEO, we'll be doing that in the SEO as well.
SEO only we can cover the landing page.
We'll see everybody's time requirement, scope, and necessity. Yeah, based on all of that, we'll discuss. Okay. So anybody has questions? Quickly, I'll summarize at the very top level. We learned how search engines work, correct? And then we were trying to also understand what does a search engine really considers to show your website in the top. That's when we understood search engines consider crawl frequency, CTR, and engagement to rank our websites, correct? So now we realize improving crawl frequency, CTR, and engagement is super important, and that's when we started learning the ways or methods of improving the crawl frequency. In yesterday's class, we learned how to improve CTR, and today we have learned how to improve engagement. And going forward, we will be implementing whatever we have discussed. We'll start implementing these things.
From tomorrow, practicals. Or today,
Today itself you
today,
will start.
yeah, we'll start from today.
Okay, clear? Any questions? So, do you all have passwords or usernames of your websites?
Yes.
Everybody? If not, we'll start it from tomorrow. Everybody?
Tomorrow we can start tomorrow.
So, everybody should have, okay, what I'll do is